Well, under the situation, it is very, very difficult to speak. But I noticed something. Boeing is not only good at making airplanes, but they are also good at picking information from all corners and putting it together. Some of these pictures, I don't even have them. So, I don't know which one went where. And one of the pictures that is shown there is from my student days. And I don't have a copy of that picture, so I'm going to take it away. His Excellency Ethio Youth Media, Chairman of the Board of Ethiopian Airlines, our dear friend Mr. Robert Morin, VP of US Exim Bank in the Transportation Division, Marlene Daly, VP Sales and Marketing, Boeing Commercial, the man who stole all those pictures or who made somebody else steal all those pictures. Isan, the Faranji Abasha, that is not a correct way of calling him. The Abasha Faranji is even better. Because he was Abasha before he was Faranji. Distinguished members of and management of Boeing and all the staff of Boeing, and particularly all the technicians and the engineers who built this beautiful airplane. I think your pencil is very, very clear, and your hands are, I think, made of gold. No other fingers can make this type of airplane. And members of the Ethiopian community who have always been helpful to Ethiopian Airlines, who have always stood for Ethiopian Airlines, and to the rest of African travelers, I mean people who travel to Africa, whether they are of African origin or friends of Africa who visit Africa. We have always been delighted at having you on board our flights, and we are very happy that we are increasing our frequency as well as capacity on each flight. Therefore, come back and fly with us. First of all, I think I've forgotten something important, and that is I should have started by saying thank you to Boeing for preparing such an opportunity for all of us to get together and celebrate this occasion. This occasion is a special occasion for us. One, because we take delivery of a very beautiful and the only aircraft that can fly 18 hours non-stop with full load. The other is we are here together today with Boeing company that has worked with us directly from early 60s with 720s and 707s, and we progress through to the 727s, 737 classics, 757s, 767s, and we were dreaming together to have an airline, an aircraft that was to be delivered in 2008, but that dream is still taking some more time to materialize. But That's the twist of friendship. When one has a problem, the other has to support. And therefore, because of that partnership, we said, okay, what are we going to do to fill that gap? And as you know, Boeing people are very, very clever. They came and they said, you know, the 787 may not come for another 2 to 3 years, but we have an alternate for you. We said, what is that alternative? We said, 777-200. We said, we tried and evaluated 777-200ER, and its payload capability out of Addis is not so good. Therefore, it will not work for us. We said, who told you we are trying to sell ER to you? We are going to give you LR. LR, long range, even from Addis. We said, yes, even from Addis, it's long range. It's true. Even from Addis, it flies non-stop from Addis Ababa to Peking. And that is a money-making route. And they also said, your traffic from Washington is peaking. They said, maybe you should consider some other airplane. And we said, okay, if we can operate from Washington to Addis non-stop, we'll reduce the flying time for our customers. We can increase the cargo capacity on our airplanes that will make our cargo forwarders happy. We say, okay, we'll consider. What is the price? Because you have to negotiate. They say the price, they say it's priceless. When somebody tells you it's priceless, you can't negotiate. So we finally said, okay, now, how soon will you bring that airplane? They said, in about a year and a half. And unlike other dreams, this dream came through on the spot. So all the 5 airplanes that we ordered, all the 777-200LRs that we ordered are going to be delivered to us on schedule. One was delivered to us yesterday on schedule. We are expecting one on December 15 on schedule. And we are expecting still another one in January, and I'm sure that will even be a bit earlier. April and July, the July one, they have agreed to push it to June. And we'll accept it. So, this is partnership at work. When you work together, you listen to one another. You hear the heartbeat of one another. And that creates, that chemistry creates the bondage that will stay for a long, long time. And I know it because I have been married for over 40 years. And when the heartbeat works together, you can last much longer. So I think we will last much longer with Boeing, and we'll be having our 787s. They were saying July, we wanted it in May. I think we'll accept June 2011. This airplane will give us approximately 100 passengers more per flight as compared to the airplane that we are using to Washington, D.C. today, the 767. 100 passengers a day more. And why are we risking to put an aircraft on a Washington route? First, increase the frequency to daily, and then also add capacity by 100. So this is 700 passengers a week more. Where are we hoping to get it from? Our travel agents, our tour operators, our friends, our customers told us, you bring the airplane, we'll fill it up. And thank you for that support. So when we send this airplane here, we are not worried about an empty seat because there will be none. There will be none. Paul was telling me today, he has been sitting with some of the tour operators. They have promised to take a lot of capacity with this airplane. And then I went to heavy lift and I said, how are you? How are you doing? You are sending your cargo now to Europe to connect to Ethiopia and the rest of Africa. How are you going to do it? Now that you have extra capacity, 6 pallets per flight, approximately 15 to 20 tons per flight with full load. You said, piece of cake. We'll make it. Is that not true? Somebody from heavy lift will have to. Okay, confirmed? Very good. So, and then after we ordered all these airplanes, we ordered many airplanes. 10 787s, 5 this beautiful airplane, 10 737-800s. We just had delivery of 3 this month of another 737 that we leased from another company, fresh from the factory here. And we said, how are we going to finance all this? Normally, Ethiopians, by nature, we don't like to borrow too much money. It's not like in America when you live on a credit card. There is no credit card, so we didn't have the culture of daring to enter into this type of thing. Then, Maureen, are you around? Can you please show your face to everybody for me? This great friend of Ethiopian Airlines came along and he said, don't worry, US Exim Bank will guarantee all the money that you require. And Citibank stepped in and said, we can be your arranger banks. You don't have to worry. So Bob Marine initially gave us $1.6 billion of guarantee. And bankers were very happy when Exim Bank guarantees no risk. And Exim Bank has the confidence that Ethiopian Airlines will pay it back because Bob and his colleagues know Ethiopian Airlines never defaulted. Never defaulted. And by grace of God and hard work of all employees and the support of the government, it will never default. So thank you, Bob. Thank you, friends from Citibank. And I would also have to say a few words about our friends from General Electric. These are the people who made this huge engine that powers this airplane. We never thought they would make it on time. They made it earlier. So thank you, General Electric. And all of our 787s are also going to be powered by Gen X engines, which is made by General Electric. I hope you will do the same thing for the 787 too. It has been lucky because everybody who joins it is dedicated to the airline. Every manufacturer, and we are dealing with one or two manufacturers, but the manufacturers that we have been dealing with were all as devoted, as dedicated to the airline as we, the employees of the airline, are. And our agents, we have some GSAs who have worked with us for the last 30 years. We have employees, not Ethiopians, non-Ethiopians outside of Ethiopia, who have worked with us 30 years, 40 years. Once Ethiopian Airlines is in your blood, you can never get it out. When I tried to get it out and move to the Gulf, I thought I drained it out. But when Atusium said, come back, the blood started ticking. So I came back. So Boeing should not be over enthusiastic that you have so many of our employees. They will come back. And we are very happy to see an airplane that is partly made by our own people. Yes. Even though we felt, even though Masun was saying, why are you robbing our staff? I would say, make more airplanes that will fit into the Ethiopian condition. Influence Boeing to take care of Ethiopian Airlines interests, Ethiopian Airlines flying conditions, because that is what we are going to come back to. I think with this, I don't want to bore you. I will correct my papers and move away. But before I move away, I would like to propose a toast to Boeing and Ethiopian Airlines, to the United States of America and Ethiopia, and to all of us who are working together. Thank you very much.
My name is Captain Tensai Brano. I'm Director of Flight Operations and Training.
So could you please tell us a little more about this event today?
Today is the delivery dinner for 777 airplane Ethiopian Airlines has received. Boeing has hosted this event, and then we're enjoying this event.
Okay, so what's the significance of these 777s that you have?
Well, this is a two-aisle big airplane, so we can accommodate a big number of our customers with the modern airplane, modern cockpit, and modern cabin interior.
And the new technology that's come out and the 777s, how did it differ than the old airplanes used to get?
Well, there's a lot of difference from other older generation airplanes, and as a pilot, I enjoyed flying this airplane.
So are you happy about how the economy in Ethiopia is going due to these airplanes and how they work in the Ethiopian Airlines?
Well, this helps to improve the economy of Ethiopia. Especially it can be helpful for Ethiopian Airlines to compete with other carriers.
So how's this event today? Are you having a good time?
Yes, I enjoy it.
Okay, well, thank you for talking about your event, and thank you for everything.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Fitsuma Barna. I work with here at the Boeing company. I was invited as part of the community here today. We're really very proud of today's event because, as you know, our heritage is all, of course, Ethiopian. And as Ethiopians, we're very proud to see something that reminds us of home, something we grew up with from childhood. And a lot of us, grew up being very proud of Ethiopian Airlines. So it was a very touching moment to particularly hear about the history of Ethiopian Airlines and how the CEO, outgoing CEO Girma Wake, his experience of growing within the company. So that was a great touching moment, and we heard about the great pride that Boeing takes and also Ethiopian Airlines takes in the relationship they have with Ethiopian Airlines. So it was a very inspiring moment. Even though we live here in the U.S., we look back and in some ways you feel inspired to either give back or contribute or participate in this growth that you see of that is Ethiopian Airlines, which is a great success story amongst, if you saw, there's a lot of challenging stories to hear from Ethiopia, but it's great to hear a successful story as such today. So
do you have anything you'd like to add to that comment?
As far as adding, I guess it was great to see the committee appear today here with us and support the event today. You also see the pride Boeing takes in supporting Ethiopian Airlines, and so what such a valuable customer that they are. And I hope to see more of this relationship grow and hopefully contribute to the growth of the nation that we all hold dear and near. So hopefully that relationship will continue, and us Ethiopians within Boeing will hope to do the utmost utmost of our capability to contribute to that. So with that, I would like to see the relationship grow, and I hope to see some more of such deliveries, such a beautiful airplane. I hope the document here today will show what a beautiful product that Ethiopian Airlines is getting. So,
thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good evening.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Beza Wadajo,
and I'm Beza Gedehun.
And we're at the 777 ceremony of the delivery plane for Ethiopian Airlines.
The 900 777 for Boeing.
And I'm actually going to be flying on it tomorrow, so I'm very excited, and it's been a wonderful experience working on the plane. She actually worked on the plane, on the wings.
I worked on the wings and on the midsection, the fuselage section, putting the floors and blankets in the plane.
So we just wanted to tell you guys that it was a great experience. Operation Book Bird. It's a book drive that we worked on for the last year and a half, and we collected over 1,000 engineering textbooks that are getting delivered to Ethiopia, or they're actually delivered already on the 737.
It was a great experience, a great year, and it's finished.
Yeah.
Like a